Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So right now I just want to get comfortable and talk to you who's on the other side of the screen and ask you if you've been dealing with your unbelief. I think for a lot of us, the reason why we're not going forward in what God has for us, the reason why we feel so stuck, and it's like we praying but we don't feel like we getting some kind of clear answer from God about a direction to take or just some kind of clear direction. I think it's because there's some areas in our hearts that we haven't addressed yet. We may be believing God for a move, but we're not believing God for the things in our hearts that are required for that move. Let me use an example. An example I'll use is two areas of life that I think all of us kind of relate to more or less, and it's relationships and like opportunities. So school, job, career, that kind of thing. Both of which can be uncertain for so many of us, especially right now, right? So I'll use both examples. The other day, I found within my own heart that if I see a couple traveling together or just enjoying each other's company genuinely, there's this like unbelief that spurs up in my heart that says, God, I don't really believe you have that for me. Like, okay, fine, you may have someone for me, but would we really be genuinely in love? Would we really enjoy each other's company genuinely? And as I was driving, I was talking to God and I was like, God, wait, I'm gonna tear down that unbelief. I said, because it's true, I do struggle with that often. The unbelief that what you have for me isn't going to be great, isn't going to be peaceful, isn't going to be something that would suit my heart's desires. And I think the unbelief is there because we expect that when God gives us something, it's always just gonna be work. It's gonna be religious. It's gonna be like, yeah, I have someone for you, but you guys are gonna be those super strict, like, you know, only do Bible study on Fridays kind of a couple. I think we have been so conditioned to think that everything about God is just mundane and boring. Then let's talk about opportunity. I think a lot of us do have good intentions, me included. We want God's will for our life, and so we start with prayer and we say, God, like, what's your will? And we feel super inspired. In fact, we feel kind of good. We're like, yeah, we're starting with God, you know, we're keeping God. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, right? Until weeks go by and you feel like you don't have no answer. And you're just like, but God, I'm seeking you, so why are you not giving me an answer? And I think it's because we seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, in a sense where we seek God about what we want, but yet we're calling it seeking God and his kingdom. Does that make sense? You asking God for his will, but you already have what you think his will could be or what you want it to be. And so when you're praying and exercising faith, that is what's on your mind. Not a general God, let your will be done, but that specific thing that you want done. But how many of us are open to just say, God, your will, point blank period, clear the space, like make it empty. What is your will for me? And do you know that I think a lot of the reasons why God is silent with us, or he seems silent, is because, yeah, we're seeking his will, but we're not seeking him. And yeah, I'm gonna deal with that in my kingdom video, but this video, I really just want to encourage you to address your unbelief. Address the things that you don't actually believe God can do or would do for you. If you don't believe things about who he is, address that. For some of us, that is the reason why we're not stepping forward. You know why? Because obedience and the lack thereof is tied to our belief system. It's tied to what we believe about God and what we don't. And you know, be like, is the right word audacious? Be audacious about it. And if that, I'm just thinking like audacity, like sometimes we need to have the audacity to have faith. You know, so that's it for this video. Now I'm about to go film the one that I really wanted to film today. So make sure you go and check it out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.